Good afternoon, Samantha Hilliard, joined by the beautiful Alice Laliberte of Green Lake, Saskatchewan. She's going to be doing a Cree interview for us today. Good afternoon, Alice. Thank you for joining me.
Good afternoon, Samantha.
And how are you doing?
Oh, I'm good.
Good.
Enjoying the weather outside.
Oh, I know.
When I went outside, I just thought of picking berries.
Oh, yes, it is perfect time for picking berries. I see a lot of people are selling their blueberries right now. Maybe we have to get some berry picking in here this weekend. It's going to be some nice weather.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get into these interview questions. So, Alice, can you kind of tell me what year were you born and where were you born?
I was born in Isle Cross in 1954 and Saktawahiwa Makaitwe. And I come from a family of 14, or I always say 15 because there was one adopted brother.
Oh, wow.
So there's 15 of us in the family.
Uh-huh.
And my dad was Louis Case, and his parents are from Isle Cross, Eldina Dayo and Louis Edward Case. And my mom was Eliza DeRocher, and her parents were John DeRocher and Alice Morin from here, from Green Lake. And so out of those 15 siblings, there's 4 that deceased. There's Edward Case, Elsie Case, Rosie Case, and Sam Case. And there's still 11 of us, which is John, me, Nancy, Morris, Steve, Jules, Mervyn, Connie, and the twins are Pat and Patsy, and Charles is the adopted child.
Oh, you have twins in the family too.
Yes.
Oh, it must have been fun growing up with all those siblings.
Yes, it was.
All right.
Lots of fighting.
I bet.
Yeah. When I first moved to Green Lake, I was about 5-6 years old, I guess. And from Green Lake, from Isle Cross, Sagtawa, we moved to Beauval first, which is CPC. And then we lived there for maybe a year or two, and then my dad, we had a house there in Beauval, and then my dad was doing commercial fishing in Kennel Lake area.
Oh, okay.
And that's where we went, stayed in the tent somewhere. I don't just remember bits and pieces of it, but we lived there while my dad was commercial fishing at the bombing range, along with 5 or 6 other people from Isle Cross area and Beauval, and they used to travel there to the bombing range. And then we moved from Beauval by horses.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And I still remember the 2 white horses we had. Their name was Jess and Wobby. They're 2 white horses.
Yeah.
Yes. And then we lived in a tent by my mother's sister, which was Cecile Aubuchon, and it's kind of in the back where the Rasmussen's residence is now situated.
Yeah.
Way back in the bush up there. And
then you took a horse and carriage all the way from Beauval all the way to Green Lake.
Yes.
How long did that take?
That must have took us, I don't quite remember the time.
Yeah.
All I remember is jumping in and out of the wagon because I was having so much fun.
Yeah.
There was, the wagon was piled with furniture and also hay.
Oh, okay.
So we'd stop every once in a while for lunch.
Yeah.
And then we finally got here anyway. And that's where we moved. And then when we lived at Cecile and Ernest Aubuchon's, we had 2 tents set up there. And that's where we lived. And we had to go to school from there. and we started school.
Uh-huh.
And then fall came, we moved into a house. We were given a house. And then my dad built a house. He was a carpenter, so he started building a house for us. And that one was by across the river up there on the right hand side. But
Just along the river here?
along the river, right across the store.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Closer to Sherry's
Place?
yeah, Sherry's place.
Yeah.
And yeah, we lived there for the longest time, and then we went to school there. And at the age of 8, I started school again here in Green Lake, and my first teacher is Sister Gilbert. I still remember her. She was a nice sister. I guess I called her nice sister because she used to give us milk all the time, and or hot chocolate or some kind of candy that they used to make.
Yeah.
I remember that. And we had to walk to school every day. I remember I used to wear a dress and a pants all together to keep warm. And the sisters, like I said, used to serve milk and sometimes cookies as well. I remember going to 2 different schools situated in the same place where the St. Pascal School is sitting right now.
Oh.
There was 2 old schools there, but they tore them down and built new schooling.
Yeah.
And I went to school there from grade 1, I guess, to grade 7. I didn't quite finish my grade 7, but after that I continued to I remember going out with my brother John at times. We used to go trapping and fishing, which was very good to do. We had dog sleds, and 2 dogs or sometimes 3.
Yeah.
And we took turns to ride the sled, because when it's okay going in, but coming back we had to load up the furs. And the same thing with my brother Sam. He used to help my dad with the fishing by the lake there, and he'd go down. We'd all go down to get the fish, and we'd get a ride to the lake, but then we had to walk up because we have brought tubs of fish back to our house. And of course my mom is all ready to
Fillet.
the fish.
Yeah.
Clean. Yeah.
Nice.
And our source of food was we ate a lot of muskrats and fish and rabbits, bear, rarely any moose or deer, very seldom, but
Really?
we made it through the days.
Yeah.
And berries, there was blueberries, cranberries, choke cherries, and whatever kind of berries there is out there. And my mom was a good bannock maker, and she made bannock daily, so we were never hungry. And just like the old ladies used to be back in the days, they made their bannock, they made sure they fed all their children.
Yeah.
And then the families used to live in the bush at Vermilion Creek. And after school was over in June to August, they would all move out to go berry picking, and they would sell their berries. And I remember that Gordon McNeil, that was a store manager here at one time, he used to buy berries, and he used to drive down there to sell his berries or exchange for food.
Yeah.
And that's all done at Vermilion Creek. We were so happy when we heard the truck coming down the road.
Like Vermilion, Alberta, like?
No, Vermilion, there's another one in the north.
Oh.
In here,
Oh.
going up the Sawmill Road, and you go that way.
Okay.
That's the road to Meadow Lake.
Oh.
The old road to Meadow
the
Lake.
old road.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then the kids always had fun. We used to play cowboys and Indians is what we called it.
Yeah.
And the families had gardens. Often the mother's duties was looking after the gardens and preserving foods and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the fathers were hunting
Yeah.
and gathering food to store for the winter. And I remember my bro, Sam Case, he used to be work like a recreation worker. He would have all the kinds of activities going on in the community, such as in the summertime, buggies is what he used to build, and large tunnels,
Yeah.
ball games going, merry-go-rounds, and large swings in the trees, teeter-totters,
Yeah.
and rafts when there was high water.
Oh yes, I did that too. I love that.
Yeah. And then in the wintertime, there was skating in the little lakes,
Oh yeah.
sliding on big hills with big bonfire going.
Yeah.
And Sam would build sleds for us, and he used to build sleds out of vehicle hoods too for sleighs.
Oh my gosh.
We'd all
I heard
get in
about
there.
people doing that. Dangerous.
Yeah, there is no safety in those days.
No. But lots of fun.
Yeah, lots of fun. So radios, TVs, and letter writing to deliver messages for borrowing stuff. Like I used to run back and forth when somebody wanted to borrow flour or borrow lard, or somebody wanted to borrow makeup because they had to get ready to go see their boyfriends. Poker games for the elders at night.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember my, everybody used to call her Granny, Annie, and she used to charge 25 cents for lights because she used to have
To keep the power on.
power on, yeah.
Oh.
Or she shut the lights off. Now today, it's computer games, phones, texting, and
Yeah.
name it. And
Yeah.
a lot of cyberbullying, I find. And
Mm-hmm.
they don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
They say there's nothing there for them to do.
Yeah.
But there is a lot to do in the community if they think about it and start doing things
Mm-hmm.
on their own. Like
Yep.
people are too rich today, and technology is.
For sure.
And advice for future generations to come is maybe I like to see the kids plant trees or flowers to beautify the community, I guess, is
Yeah.
what I like. And paint a new sign. The signs that we have up there, they're so kind of deteriorating, and I think we need to start painting some signs there and clean up our lots and that. And
Yeah.
me personally, I wish there was an art gallery so kids can learn
Yeah.
how to open their minds to reality. You know what
A youth center of some sort, I
some
believe.
kind
Eh?
of a center, yeah.
Yeah.
A local run program for young people who abuse drugs and alcohol, or a center for you to be learning everything in there, because to teach our young people hunting, even firearm safety is a good one for the children
Yeah.
to have, the younger adults,
Yeah.
for
Hunting.
their hunting. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and we live in we need to promote the rich heritage that we live in, and the history of Green Lake.
Yeah.
Businesses that incorporate traditions and culture and history of our region.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's all I have. And also regarding the language, I had a tough time when I went to went on to take the university studies at Prince Albert.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I should say that I'm married. I forgot to say that, with 3 children. And when I was a stay-home mom from 72 to 1980, and then home services with Jane Reagan. That was my best boss in the community. And she used to make me do a lot of work. I used to work in the back of the mill there, stockpiling wood. I used to run a power saw. I used to run file saws and
Oh, wow.
winterize the elderly homes. I
Oh.
used to work for the elderly, and I used to work inside, and I used to work outside. I did everything for them. And I worked for the Green Lake Wood Products for 2 years.
That's the sawmill,
That's the
hey?
sawmill. I
Yeah.
remember piling some 10 by 10s, and that's when I left. They were getting too heavy.
Yeah.
Then I decided to go to school, so I started in 1974. I went to Human Justice through Gabriel Dumont in Prince Albert, where I graduated. And learning was hard for me. The language, like learning the new language, was hard because I was a Cree speaking person, and then I had to go into real English,
Yeah.
which was tough, but I made it through anyway. I just tried and tried and tried and cried. In 1996, I worked for St. Pascal School and looking after my dad, which was his health started to get the best of him. And then after that, I worked as a community outreach worker for 20 years. Then I retired. Okay, in Cree, as much as I could, is nihion stuhtamokpogo kay speaks Quechikate kichaisak. So, tuma igip matya na ya sagitawa higi nihtaw ko yan. It was mama igiunapi metikti, and my mom who toh chuya wagapiusage gani huta Green Lake. And piak sap piak niya no sap nita tasinan. That was 15 of us awasak children in that's how many of us there was.
Mm-hmm.
Across Marigiwigia, it was pipap tiahuti. I am statumokas tinipita gutananuta. It was pitalatan ngiteanan. Ayan mama tegiwah kutahuya. My sister, her sister was Cecile Obishon, and they had a big yard. Iktangiti spitsunan. Igwa skohon ba payus tatigwa waske gan tigo kaong ipitagwip sinan igwa space school utang imati tanan. And kinihtaw sihtaw manawaske ganan bapa. So kiustaw aske gan tayo kapitagwip siya nimichat nanais. It was school, it was pinmasih tanan igota Green Lake. And ito naman na igwa tagisas na listanan ikuspi mana ay saya igay ma wawis kam spuh mana kapmuhtin school case of muhtin kay man wawis mana kaya graders ta kay kapin page kay saya taganati tachik mis kano kay man tapmuhti. So gisin manawan ma tilmana gi kway ni puste win san mana my dress and pants together exist tas ni so gigwe mani gipus kaman just to keep warm. He was mana kois kita kaya mana. It was be at taguhtia he was school iguan tanda samguna ni gua milk money gimi goya he gua aya excuse cookies akiti bread aya pear igua. I remember ni so school guesti wakta at the Tumamiguat school Magastig. There was 2 different schools there. Magagipigo na mo kay sa kutagay giwo si tatik new ones that was tatik kipahpigo na mo kan the old ones and replaced by a new building. And tangi tuhtan one of the old schools or the 2 old schools ni start tangi with gituhtan school. Ikaw na piya kaya gisiksin transito yung kagisifat kaya a nun sister. Now I can't remember the Li Swear exam kisikas wo. That's the sisters. Mistake takiks na magi wa kunenge Li Swear. Ikaw piyagan ektangia giks na maknista takto mana kahkyoge gwe maga gimyu tu taknia kahkyoge gwe giwit hetuksisa ahbo mana we kwa higito tahitan ti iks na hutan sa te sipinya ganyana ko tan sa ewin sa kete sipi ginaman gisksindikan ma convent manak de guest tamani gituhtia indo achuskisya igwa itamina mitchkeya waka a little house tansito agisi pati igwa mamawaske ganisa to takpito win kando ayam hain kois kayam haw kaya si sino ibunayin sisters mina kois kayam hawak utaks in those days igwa. I remember my brother man giwiti wak mana gindo trapping gindo tuta ndo pehigit keto yan gindo pehigit man in a little lake kinito yan ganti the twin lakes si pamagayaski shagawais iti man igis muhtiah man ni sumanat mo igyuta pahat pupia kasko nsto iba get taga pusin manak ti ipinta pa so yan magigwa kapigiw yan hindi muhtan ay isip ta ay puta pusta haya furs tayak tagito yan iwas pimina kutaki kwawan si stay sa mina Sam iguana. Igumana he used to go check nets by the lake and tisagahigani. Ayamana same thing ik tawis te yuta pahataya at tumo. Kois mana yuta pahiwa kaya saya at tumo for transportation. Iksupuwi gise matsa hokmana nando gaito hikse. Igwawe witi wakukti by the lake. Tunaya it pa that pus hikwer nas puya mage wa mina kapigus pia higwa sa minewa poipit muhtiana isa a tub of fish te ipusa hat so muni pus hikiba so but si panginit tamungi pusin but anyway siwan mama si wegwa ta puusi hat kinusiwak sisa Ipa kahit ko ikimichwa kaya manay sino nistang gisksin manay igimichya na ya watas sak ni muawak wapo shock no siwak iwa may na bear mitas ko dia samgonan muim stegi ko mus mita po musha apoy tiyap sumuso suksi sa kasamgoya iwa may na berries o ya kwais ni motionan mina. Yung kami naman ay sino kayas kapun pa iko mas school ta Green Lake kispuya to ak manak sisid nanto June kapun pa ik schools ko kaya itagwagi hinawagis nanto ayo si kumana pisagi wa kawo school tamasi ta tsikawasak iwa iktan ma ti spitsik mana Vermilion Creek ang basikatik wachas ko yo so matagisi kati wama one gis but it was called Vermilion Creek wati mina wachas sipis mina mana ati hito tiwak and yo kasi pa ay sikati wachas sipis Vermilion Creek kasi mana piaga waketa u minsa hekta pinata mana minsa hayus mana keta wagi wakokta for food which exchange kise mitun kitse kimi asin mana kaya sawa sakwais mana gimamuti gitaw cowboys and Indians gimitaw it mana kaya si kwan kimi asin negos pi luego na fall igwa minamana kimune higiwak mama na anak papa na anak saya bapa na anak kuya igigwat mati kuya skit igwas pi mama na anak kuya wa gardens ginagatukit sisi nasta tika yugi for the winter kaya ganukti katya to go for the winter months kasi igwa I remember my brother Piago na iginihtawa to skikakyo iginihtaw sta kakyo mana all kinds of activities igito tahutay na summer months sisik piakyo tapa humanam stat tumok tayo was manak tigya shapya ipanda patagoya igwa may naman ang large tunnels may naman igiustat igwa may na ball games igiustat igwa merry-go-rounds and whips so na tawak in the trees, teeter-totters, igwa rafts, may naman hispin ka giskipi, tapos coach giskipi nanto back in 1970 pa ka giskipi. Gigiskisin sa raft, ipa mahamito yan. Igwa ano sigwa igwa may na radios po igipita ko kawag speakan tuhtami mo yung steady weight TV black and white TV sa to ikiutago no igwa mas nairan sa puma na igip muhtay nanto gigwe o yakawin tahtamo tiksisi gigwe ispin na lagaleta unuhtin tahtamo o yakakwiti pakwisigan pugi we ganta mo sigura po likat min mana kway si gimita we kaya elders mana kway gimita we likat iwawan utsugi supiak mana igito na mana we gihip tayo imita kamita we chik tayo sino wanta mana 25 san sigita gita light kitse ako chigas tawit sigyo igwa today igwa no saya nisto computer sa may tawid matawid pichika na dito yan tawid si computer games and stuff igwa kapix pa ganan get phones nisto itake ichikik sise and umuwi igwa no tius tawak igwa manatap to there's nothing to do makat stay west you kagituta ko so I encourage the parents kasi kumay gwaw tuasin so ay sisigiwe kawaw si tati wayawit me hakuti ugiwe tagituta mo sami gwanos waya too rich today people technology minang stere apatsitaw Igwa. Kasas puigay kiti kapoksise hapuiti flowers tagak street where we can have trees in the community. Ako clean up lots. There's lots to do, and kami sinutata an art gallery tako ay katus kiti kawasak tansitaysim new paita tika ki uyawaw mantonis tikanuwaw ay po tayo tika a program existe a youth center existe kakibigwek takakisnamu existe about drugs and alcohol and whatever else to teach them how to handle na they mati tiki na tansi pasikan they sapat chitatik when that's parts they do that hobby except do you noise with the we have to promote the rich heritage we live here in the history of Green Lake Omota skis the heady tayano kagetos kata maheksise we could teach them how to incorporate traditions existe language culture and all about history of our region existe Iksiwa Wednesday I walk wanga dito one thing that's going on dito yan yapit saya school dito tanis tanggay mo hunmaga iwuna tama 1972 nanto to 80 I was a stay-at-home mom stowa sanggayawa okay pi Jane get to school 5 years if can get to scan for home care services. If kami nagway is i-get to scan what's mihtian mana ay mihte watan ite kaya I winterize their homes eksisika kiwi plastic ikamutan their windows minamana igo mina gardens minamana gitu taman ay kwais get to school kaya ite mana they wanted everything from pizza itiga natis yan ay washing walls, ceilings and that si pigni tagoyan ay the old people wanted their gardens kaganati tawid nila kamahmune higyan if she say igwa outside stay get to scan igipam naman ay so ay gisputsigyan iwa mamstay kita mo free wood is ay igimi chicken those days so kita mo managapape yan with a load of wood she was it's been with Jane Ree in Cartoscock 5 years. She was a good boss. She was the best boss of the Green Lake. Igayawak wood products, it was Green Lake Wood Products near to school for a while, about a year and a half, maybe 2. But it was 1994, I graduated from school niya dito in Prince Albert for 2 years. I graduated from Human Justice through Gabriel de Monte. And it was hard for me learning this nihio peaks granais pogo igini iksipo igisni tayo ni tawag yan, ikuaksipo gisix na hamago yan is the nihiyo yan. So it was hard for me to go from Cree speaker to English. It was very tough for me, but I got through with it anyway. And then 1996, it was being at school it was snahamag yan ay kis nihiyo peaks ko tsikawasak tagakita mo kung managaginihiyo pigs kwatawaw ako iti ginagamoy manahin Cree. My daddy ko managet tiga na mo yung makikispi maga pis niya so hawo fog so mwewa hindi pamhaw. It was piga hindi matutus ka ko for as a community outreach worker. After I graduated from Prince Albert, I came back or I decided to come back into the community to work for Green Lake because I felt there was a need here in the community. So I worked there for as a community outreach worker for 20 years. And now I'm retired. Kasi ko pera nagamun so tayi nukti nagamoyan panawis to end the song here. Coat of many colors isika tinis taman ang gitamaxin mana mama me what's kaga na wingwea. My mom and dad was to so it so. Kasi manigi pia ko in the mail manigi natama pizza magoya clothes. Vancouver used to go pay mana or other big cities in get clothing ipita go touch. Kasi ko mana kispin gi way ka tips kama mama ko kinita mi se higyo ka kiko mana gi yacht si tatik si mansa ka you know what's make them smaller. Yeah. We'd see if something was too small, we'd make it bigger just so we can fit into the clothing. And existing is pustewin sanan yung naman na kinitami segi our dresses nan sieste pues mana dresses ng yung tamago na man ang imamits na man ang new dress ka sa tamago ya yung mapiri nagamuni si mama tap to igiskyanan ma ay mama umas song makawin na kamuyan na tok manigis na kawan gaya ay rags kagis kakyo used to pile up all those rags she said to make clothing for us, and that was the best I remember as childhood years except
Okay, so you were in English saying how big cities used to send clothes to the smaller communities to help families so they were able to clothe the kids.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that on my
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I wonder why they stopped doing that. I mean, there's always a need, you know what I mean? That's maybe something that that's amazing that you guys got clothes from Vancouver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we were so happy. There was some that fit us.
Yeah. But
others,
the ones mom had to
yeah.
fix for you.
Yeah.
Either bigger or smaller.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. And then you were saying as well in Cree there, you're going to sing Coat of Many Colors from Dolly Parton.
Mm-hmm.
And you can relate to the song
a
lot because of having to get coats of many colors to go to school.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Lots of different kind of rags she used to cut up and put them together.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I love those blankets.
Those were the good old days.
It's a beautiful guitar.
Oh, thank you. I got this from I got it from Alberta. I had an accordion.
Oh, really?
An accordion. And that accordion I bought, I didn't really look at it.
Yeah.
And here there was some keys sticking. And I couldn't play it, so I took it back to where I bought it.
Yeah.
And I said, can I exchange it? Can you exchange me for a guitar? I really don't want to play. I decided not to play
with the accordion.
accordion.
Oh. So
But
how many years have you been playing guitar? Like, are you self-taught or did you take lessons?
I started back when I was 11 years old. 10 or
Oh,
11
wow.
years old. Yeah.
Yeah.
To my brothers and sisters because they played guitars too.
And that's how you learned?
Yeah.
From your
my
brothers? Oh.
My brother John and my brother Sam.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
I could just listen to you talk Cree all day. I mean, it's so beautifully spoken, and I can tell it was your first language instead of English.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sound awesome. All right, I'll let you get to her there with your...
I was saying I had trouble. It was hard for me when I first, because it's hard university.
I bet.
Studies. Yeah.
Yeah, going from Cree language into English.
Yeah, and all those big words, all I had to study them. I did a lot of studying.
Well, good for you. Look at what you've done. You've done a lot for the community of Green Lake, and they're very lucky to have you here.
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay.
Back to the years I go wandering once again. Back to the seasons of my youth. I recall the box of rags someone gave us, and how my mama put the rags to use. There were rags of many colors. Every piece was small, and I didn't have a coat, and it was way down in the fall. Mama sewed the rags together, sewing every piece with love. She made my coat of many colors that I was so proud of. As she sewed, she told a story from the Bible she had read about a coat of many colors Joseph wore, and then she said, perhaps this coat will bring you good luck and happiness. And I just couldn't wait to wear it, and Mama blessed it with a kiss. My coat of many colors that my mama made for me, made only from rags, but I wore so proudly. Although we had no money, but I was rich as I could be in my coat of many colors my mama made for me. So with patches on my breeches, holes in both my shoes, and my coat of many colors, I hurried off to school, just to find the others laughing and making fun of me in my coat of many colors my mama made for me. And oh, I couldn't understand it, for I felt I was rich, and I told them all the love my mama sewed in every stitch. And I told them all the story Mama told me while she sewed, and how my coat of many colors was worth more than all her clothes. But they didn't understand it, and I tried to make them see that one is only poor only if they chose to be. Now I know we had no money, but I was rich as I could be in my coat of many colors my mama made for me, made just for me. Woo. I like to do one song for the people of the James Smith Cree Nation and the tragic accidents in the Beaver River area. Iwa ma kagi mati maingi chikanti James Smith Cree Nation ikunengi winakamusta mo agwa igwangi ni sumina uti kagi stapawi tikni ute. Might as well 2 incidents down Beaver River almost at the same time. Tunengi Ganagamusta mo of Piakuta, and the song is called Saint Anne in Cree.
Okay. Thank you so much, Alice, for joining us in the studio today. It's always a pleasure to have you here, and I hope you come back and join us again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you.
Minagitam kawapimte.
Which means?
I'll see you again sometimes.
Okay, cool.